Aloha and welcome to part 6 of the digits practice WOD. And here, finally, because now we have the digits application working, or at least kind of stable, let's get rid of the vestigial code, which is the stuff with the stuff code from Meteor application template. That's very important to do a cleanup pass. And now we don't actually need that anymore because we've transitioned over to the new collections and so forth. So let's start the timer, and then we'll go to GitHub and we'll create a branch. What's this thing supposed to be called? Cleanup stuff 1. Okay, so create branch, cleanup stuff 1, create the branch, and then we go to IntelliJ, and basically we're just going to kind of go through the entire application and find any references to stuff. We could do a find, but it might be more fun to do it manually. You could do a, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, and I'm going to start in main.js. I'll start in head, what the heck. Don't see anything there, but if I go to main.js, I do find a reference to stuff. So I'll get rid of it. And then contacts, stuff, here's another reference to stuff. And so I'll delete that entire directory. And then start up both, accounts config, that looks okay. That looks okay. Client, index.js, router, I bet you we have some stuff in here. So there's the list stuff, the add stuff, the edit stuff pages. So we'll get rid of all of that. And then server accounts, that looks okay. Contacts, that of course is okay. Index, okay, I see a stuff, so we'll get rid of it. Publications, that looks fine, but then we have a stuff, so let's delete that. Then we get into the UI, and I don't think there's really any. Oh yes, there is. Look, add stuff. We have those routes in there. We didn't see them because we were never logging in, but let's get rid of that. Header.js, that looks fine. Footer, that looks fine. Let's look at the index.js. That looks fine. Okay, then we get to pages. Add stuff, of course we don't want that. Nor do we want the add stuff JS, so we delete that. And then edit stuff, we can probably select both of these. Get rid of them. And list, we'll select both of them and get rid of them. And having done that, we now need to get rid of the add stuff, edit stuff, and list stuff. Style sheets, they look fine. Then we get to server main.js, and we see some stuff. And there we have it. I think we went through the whole thing. Let's see if we're able to build. Obviously, we're going to have a bunch of errors. It says Meteor restarted. So we can go to digits. Let's try to refresh. And let's edit me. Let's just see. Philip Johnson Jr. Update Philip Johnson Jr. So everything looks to be working fine. That took us around, oh, I guess we got to commit to GitHub. We made a bunch of changes, removed stuff. Again, this is pretty easy to do because basically the system's not going to build. You know what I mean? If you have some references around that aren't being resolved correctly. So you don't have to be too stressed about this. The biggest thing you have to be stressed about is removing some of your contact, you know, like your new data. But you just got to double check before you press the delete button that it's actually the stuff. All right, so we'll commit and sync, clean up stuff 1. We'll call that about 5 minutes, and you know, pretty mellow. All right.